This is Radioactive Banana signing in, and it's August 20th at 4:38 p.m. And I'd like to read you this article from the Daily Outlook in Afghanistan, because I've been looking at articles from talking heads, but it's now really time to look at what the people have to say and how they feel and what's gone on, because really this hasn't been presented to us by the people on TV or the government or the military. And the people of Afghanistan have just went through horrific terror by all the groups that have been there. So let me read this to you. Afghanistan is at the claws of greedy wolves. August 25th, 2018, Mohammed Zahir Akbari. Although the national and international bodies are closely watching the long-continued violence, massacre, death, and destruction in Afghanistan, but no real strategy is taken to stop the deadly trend. From a small innocent baby up to an old man or woman who are seriously facing death and the dreads in this country. If we go to the mosques, we will be killed. If we go to educational centers, we will be killed. If we go and get the voting card, we will be killed. If we are an ordinary or unordinary person, we will be killed. In fact, death is following us everywhere, as if the wolves are following to hunt the sheep. The security situation in the country is as much frustrating that no citizen feels safe inside their home or nearby home streets. The feeling of death and destruction already occupied our minds and our lives. Those who were killed with guns, bullets, mines, or grenades have rested forever, but we are killed with the fear of death and killing every day. The more we go from the past to the future, the security of the country grows from bad to worse. In the past years, the situation was bad, but not to this extent, despite the fact that there was war in different parts of the country. But it was not up to this level. In those years, the hope and passion aroused in the morale of the citizens. But in recent years, the security has reached its most critical point. It is not impossible to imagine worse than this. In fact, the current situation is the peak of the insecurity and turmoil. In the past, we did not witness explosions deliberately targeted the holy places such as mosques or educational centers, but today, grenades, bullets, mines have found its way to everywhere. According to terrorist groups, the killings are carried out due to the presence of the international community, especially the United States in Afghanistan, but according to the U.S., they are here to fight against global threats and formally made commitment to defend the country against any forms of threats. Our question from both parties is why their commitments has not materialized yet. What is the sin of the civilians killed everywhere? What is benefit of international community and the Afghan national government if they cannot protect the people? We have no peace, no prosperity, no security, no job, and the last thing we have lost was our hope. Unfortunately, the hope's also taken from us now. Our minds and morality have come to a standstill. There is no hope left owing to the severity of the killing and destruction. Now we are gazing at the black and dark future that looks awesome in our eyes. It seems that we are not the victims of bullets, mines, and explosions. We are the victims of our honesty. We had welcomed the international friends, but it came out absurd. In most parts of the country, the Taliban has presence. The so-called IS flag is also high on the different parts of this country. The irresponsible armed forces which created and activated by some mafia groups are also everywhere. They are provided with money and other equipment to continue their crimes and illegal activities. Who exactly would be funding the mafia, giving them money and equipment? I don't know, maybe the CIA? Some individuals think this land as their personal property and have activated these armed forces to control or dominate their political rivals. They use the armed forces as a weapon against anyone they wish. In fact, these are the most patricide in the country because they meaningfully oppress on the people and on the country. They do exactly what the enemies of the people do, while they do more knowingly. Another unpleasant situation is the issue of barracks in the city. Everywhere is a security and military environment. Our city is like a military garrison, and one can easily face a security problem. At the library, on the market, at the school, at the mosque, at the training center, at the back of the house, and ultimately everywhere is a police officer and a gunner. The city is in a suppressive state. There is no convenient place for the few citizens to get together and have no security concerns. To conclude, it seems like our country is at the claws of some greedy wolves. Whatsoever they eat, they will not get filled. To conclude, it seems like our country is at the claws of some greedy wolves. Whatsoever they eat, they will not get filled. Thousands of innocent humans had killed in a couple of days, but responded with repeated absurd condolence. Terrorists send explosives, but we simply condemn and send condolence, which is more annoying and insulting to the common sense of the people. In fact, we face death and destruction from two dimensions. From one side, the Taliban, IS kills and destroys and explodes our lives with guns and bullets, and on the other, the responsible authorities affront the common sense with their repeated lies and ridiculous condolences. What a passionate article. You can really see from this article what the people of Afghanistan are going through. And we have to ask ourselves, what exactly the hell was the U.S. government, the U.S. military, doing in Afghanistan? What were you really doing there? Because you didn't seem to help the people. You didn't seem to guard the people. So what exactly were you doing? And because you did not do what you were sent there to do, it is a great dereliction of duty. And you should be arrested, and you should be tried, and we should find out exactly what you did in Afghanistan, and exactly who your cronies are, and the money you made, and the people you killed. Because we cannot go on to another damn war and do this over and over again. It is time to stop all this bullshit and hold the military and the intelligence agencies accountable. This is Radioactive Banana, signing out.